Hi, everybody. It's me again. I'm sorry, last night I did not post a video after rehearsal because I was really tired and I got back from rehearsal and I just really need to go over my lines. And I ended up talking to my roommate about yesterday's rehearsal. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about it. Yesterday's rehearsal was really good. The first 15 minutes of rehearsal, we really just took a few minutes to talk about our characters and where our characters came from, why they are where they are, and just a little background information about our characters. The next 5 minutes after that, we spent talking about what we wanted from each other in the show, in the beginning, the middle, the end, and just the overall gist of what we wanted. And last night, while we were doing the second part of rehearsal, I learned some really interesting things, and uh, it would go on to play into what we did when we blocked the first 10 scenes. When we did the first 10 scenes, we really just read the first 10 pages, and that was actually pretty cool. Now, the next part was pretty interesting. Our director doesn't really like to block, like set in stone. She really wanted us to play, so we played, and for the first, basically for the first 2 pages, we just played, setting those pieces together. And the second time around we did it, she asked me to do something different with the character. Okay, now for me, I had to do something that I that I've done many a times before, and this time when I did it, the experience that I got from it, I didn't know that was going to happen. I really didn't know that was going to happen at all. And in reading it that time too, while I was doing it, made me honestly go somewhere that I don't go usually. And that was pretty interesting to me because later on, when we were ending rehearsal, she was going to let us go, but I wanted to do the scene one more time. And the last time I did it, I knew that what I was going to have to do for the rest of the show. Like I know that's crazy, but I knew what I was going to have to do the rest of the time with the show because this piece, it's not something I do usually. Oh, honestly, I'll say this: it's not something a lot of people have seen me do because I think a lot of people when they see me act, they're really used to me playing a sidekick role or being really funny or or a heightened extreme of like evil, which if you saw Macbeth when I was in college, that there's an extreme to it. But this time you get a lot more. I feel like you're gonna get a lot more of a sense of who I am as a person and who I am as an actor, and what the things that I've actually gone through are having to play a big part in this show. Because um, yesterday was really interesting. Is the other actor in the show, Frank? I know who he is. I know, and we worked together. We worked together at our other job, and so it was. I don't really know him that well, but yesterday, just on our subway ride home, I got to know a little bit more about him. We got to talking, and it really gave me a chance to understand who he was, and it gave him a chance to understand who I am. And I thought that was really cool because I feel like as an actor, you have to get to know the other person you're doing the show with. Like you have to build a mutual understanding because this show is really deep, and we haven't gotten to the physical stuff in this show, but the physicality in the show with these two characters is a very big deal, and some very interesting things happen in this play, and it's really up close and personal. So, for me, it's about breaking those barriers and getting comfortable in doing them, which now I'm very open to doing different things as an actor. Like before, like in college and stuff, I might not have been so open to doing certain things, and like because I felt like that might be an exposure of who I am, and an exposure of like being showing how awkward and uncomfortable that can be for me. But now I'm just like, let's do it. and just being open to it, because I do think as an actor, you have to be open to interpretation, and you have to be open to doing things that are sometimes outside of your comfort zone. You take a risk. It's not you, it's the character. And so yesterday, getting to know him a little more and getting to see who he is and being able to crack jokes with him during rehearsal, honestly, we're in for a really good show. Like that's personally how I feel about it. We're in for a really good show, and you're in for a really good show. What I'm really concerned about for myself is I have a very, very long monologue in the show. And yesterday, when I was walking home back to my apartment, it made me realize that I'm going to have to go to a place that I don't usually go to. And recently, some things have happened to me, and it's just coincidence. But the monologue talks about some things that I'm going through right now. And so it's it made me realize yesterday that this is probably that's going to be personal, and I honestly feel for myself it's needed and it's going to be done. And I think that's the best way to pull this monologue off is to give you the bare, raw me and the character, because I can relate to my character Clay a lot in the show. Like, and that's what this play is about. It's about going to your raw emotional state and bearing who you are, even in the confines of prison, even if you're by yourself, facing the fact of who you are and releasing that anger and that frustration just so you can find love or find some type of connection or solace with yourself or with other people. And so that's going to be really important when I do this show. It is, once again, it's going to happen at the Downtown Urban Theater Festival. The show will happen at primary stages, which I'm really excited about. Tickets, I think, are on sale now. You can check that out at the Downtown Urban Theater Festival.com.org. It's one of those. So check that out. Also, tickets are what, $18, and I'm gonna be getting in touch with some people. But if you're coming up here to New York, if you're gonna be here on March 6th, you need to check it out. You need to check the show out. It's gonna be pretty good. I'm really excited about it. That's it for now. I'm gonna finish the rest of my coffee, and it's really good. UAB medicine, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm going to go to my monologues a couple more times, and then I'm gonna go spend the rest of my day doing something else. Also, Sunday's film shoot that I had was actually pretty fun. It was really fun. I didn't really talk about that, and I should have done a video for that one as well too, but I didn't. But it was an awesome time. It was really good. Also, I wanted to give a shout out. I really want to thank my friends Jordan Palmer. I want to thank Yanni. I want to thank Lindsey Bristol. I really want to thank Rebecca Aparicio and my roommates, Scott and Carlton, and my friend Logan, because this weekend could have been the weekend from hell. But they really were there for me this weekend, and they really cheered me up, and they really got me through something. And so, with that being said, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. All right. Until then, I'm out.